All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? Feels good to be back streaming. Looking to see if this is a simplicity I might want. May have a little mini breakout bar here. I'm hopping in this. This is I was looking at the charts a little bit. We have a flux down there, but I gotta pull my stop back, give it a little bit of room here. If it broke that wall, I was looking at that wall. In the build-up, I was looking for it to break the wall and that dev and make a new low, which it did. I think it'll at least come down to this wall and flux, if not break it. Then we have that ZOI down there. That'd be kind of my first little target. That'd be right where it didn't quite get a breakout bar on the third bar there. That's what I was looking for. I kind of jumped in a little bit earlier than what I wanted to, but let's see what happens here. Hopefully it doesn't just chop at this deviation. But I think it's I think it's going to push down there. It's tried a few times at this area. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully it doesn't chop and get stuck here. There's a cluster on the 30. I'm hoping that it doesn't go test first. Looked like it was going to go. Then it got hung up, but let's see. Just hang in here for a minute and see what happens. There's no U.S. news. All I see is Canadian news. I mean, there is high Canadian news though, so yeah, that might have an effect. This might get me out. Because, see, it didn't break. It came right back in. So let's see what happens here. Since it's hesitating here. Yeah, maybe the Canadian news will have an effect on it today. Don't like that it's trying to lay a mini magnet on the 30 right now. That's what I don't like. Because if it lays that mini magnet, that'll mess things up. Now that it's getting close to that wall, I'm going to go ahead and move to break even. In case if it can't break this wall and flux level. It's kind of tighter than what I normally like to move to my break even, but in case if it rejects there. All right. It went right down to that ZOI, but that was quick. It's going to knock me out at even. All right, I'm out. Now it's going to leave I'm okay with getting out on that one because the news is high CPI news for Canada, so maybe it will have an effect today. I like that it's potentially leaving a mini magnet on the deviation here. It bounced off that ZOI too quick for me to almost move my stop behind this wall, but with it oscillating right there, I mean, if I would have moved my stop behind that wall, that would have secured 46. Only about 3 points, so I didn't want to. I was hoping it'd kind of hang around the ZOI a little longer so I could tighten up down here, but it kind of hit it and popped up, so. All right. Anyways, so hope everybody had a good last few days. I've had so far February's been amazing for me. And it's crazy because I've gotten only few trades in this account, this 25K account. But all my other accounts have been great. So far, I've only had one losing day, that one day last week. Morning. All right. Yeah, let's wait for this news. I guess this news is playing a role today. Yeah, look at that. I mean, we are all the way down to we were down below the 0.7 deviation, so pretty low. Overall trend was short pretty much all night.
Rejection on NQ. Potential TX on YM.
All right, ran up to that flux level. I'm not taking this first LRE because it was after news, and the news did cause this big bar up. So wait to see where this retraces to and if it stops or what it does. right, I'm going to go ahead and refresh my flux levels and dynamic magnets. Make sure nothing has changed. Now we have a reset on simplicity, which if this does continue long, I like this reset because then it would have to give another long and break out of the top of this flux level here. So not seeing much to tell me it's going to continue, but let's see. I was looking to see if this 30 tick would lay a mini magnet right here on top of this ZOI and push up. That would have been nice, but it didn't. We may have a Lorex forming on the 30 tick, except there's no trapped orders. I wish there's trapped orders. I would take this simplicity short. It closed, but it didn't have trapped orders in it. If it had trapped orders, that would have been a Lorex. And I would have taken, if a simplicity formed, I would have taken it with it. Which we still haven't had an entry either, so both nothing valid anyways. We do have a bunch of news, not a bunch, but a couple high impact PMI news at 9:45. So right after the open. Y'all need to watch out for that.
Potential TX on YM. Double cluster NQ.
Hey, Daniel, morning. Yeah, I missed being here. Yeah, it feels weird now when I don't get to stream, when I'm just trading without streaming. I still talk to myself. I just don't get any questions or responses. If I started hearing responses and questions, then I'd have to check myself out. All right. Let's see what this market wants to do. And I have been trading after the open too, so I have to get used to the speed of the pre-market again. Because even though I didn't stream, like I said, I still traded, but it was just after the open. If this continues, if this does go short, I'm just going to wait for an LRE for a pullback. Because there is quite a bit underneath for it to go through if it did try to go short. Not seeing much anywhere as for targets or anything. Even on the 30 tick, all I'm really seeing is up here. We got a couple mini magnets that are spread out. Deviation and then ice levels. This high volume node right here at about 385, right under settlement. Other than that, and that's not even anything really strong. That's it. Oh, you know what? I think it... my 30 tick only loaded one day. Well, what's today? We shouldn't have...
Double cluster NQ.
Yeah, it should still have at least yesterday and Monday's order prints. I mean, yesterday and Friday's order prints on there. Just don't feel like refreshing it all right now. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and refresh my 30. While Price is trying to figure out what it wants to do. Maybe that'll help it move. All right. My 30 ticks refreshing now, so my charts won't be moving. So be ready for the market to give out something nice. All right. It's back. Except some kind of error on my simplicity chart now. Okay, I'd have to refresh my simplicity, but to get the order prints. But I'm going to wait on that. Really didn't add much. Well, I do have a ZOI mini magnet up here now. Up here. All right. Let's see what NQ wants to do now. It's going short. We have a simplicity short. Not looking for a pullback quite yet because we're in this kind of a range now. I'd want this to break this ZOI on the bottom of the 30 tick right there. Break that, come back and test it, basically. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, since it just hit it not long ago. The low of the day is 12,228. So we have some room until we hit that low. Let's see if it can break this. Still no real signal that it's going to push down. Like through that. Looking for some kind of sign, but I'm getting nothing. Nothing here. If this was that Lorex, that would have been nice, but I'm getting nothing right now. Potentially a third bar chop here in a minute on the 50. Whoop. On the 50 tick. If we can get to 243.
Potential TX on NQ. Double cluster NQ.
Not taking this pullback. You can see a clear range, especially on the simplicity chart. Clear bottom. Clear top up here at this flux. Time to wait. No, I don't look at any other charts. Typically, NQ leads the other ones, most cases. Now, if I was trading ES or YM, then I'll look at NQ. I'll keep an eye on NQ just to make sure that it's not hitting anything that it can't break. That'll cause the other markets to stall. I mean, I'll glance at I have my YM charts up also in case if NQ isn't tradable or something. I could flip over to it, but that's about it. Yeah, that's why I'm not taking this pullback because it's basically at the bottom here. So, and it's a pretty defined range now. So there's nothing telling me that it'll pull back and continue back to the bottom or break the bottom. So I would skip this pullback because it might just run all the way back up to the top. If we didn't have these double clusters here on the 30 tick in this cluster, then I would be tempted to take a long, simplicity long back to the top. But we have those double clusters there, so I wouldn't want to go back through there. So I'm just waiting right now. So we do have a reset on simplicity. Just flipped green. So if it can flip back red and go short, that might be nice too. Just have to see. Still no real signal on either direction though. I usually look, like I said, I look for mini magnets, a 30 tick Lorex, different things to tell me that it's going to, potentially go or continue to go. So we're on the fourth bar of chop now on the 50 tick. Fourth bar, and you can see here since about 5:30 a.m. 5 bar chop, down one, 3 bar chop, down one, 3 bar chop. So I don't really have much faith in a run right now. So I'm kind of looking for LREs, for pullbacks, to basically tell me, to show me it's going to go on a run first and then look for an LRE, or I'll take a small simplicity scalp from the bottom to top or top to bottom of a range. But right now I'm not. I'm not taking anything in this little zone. Because we have those double clusters if we go long. Double clusters on the 30 tick. With that other cluster directly to the left. So cluster directly to the left, cluster there, double clusters, and then cluster here to the left, cluster here to the left. So there's all kind of a, that's why the 50 tick looks choppy the way it does. So nothing very smooth.
Potential TX on YM.
Yeah, it did. It did test that. All right, we're on the 5th bar of chop. It may close down. Just waiting for a breakout bar now. And that's the thing. I was thinking also when I got in that short that it would break down enough to go into that other 50 tick range that you're talking about. But it didn't. We may get a short under this, but then we have that ZOI. So I'd want to break that ZOI. I actually kind of like this short if it goes short. 230.25 is that breakout bar, so it's way down there. Daniel, the price. So Kinetic is way cheaper, and it's literally the same data feed. It's just a white label of IQ feed. All right, we got a couple ZOIs on the 30 now. Potentially trying to get a breakout bar going here. Hit the ZOI. Let's see if we can continue now. Stop is pretty big if we do get a short. 40, about 10 points.
rejection on NQ.
Cluster on the 10, right at that ZOI. Potential Paul on the 30. Yeah, supposedly the main difference is support between IQ Feed and Kinetic, but to be honest, I've had better support with Kinetic because I've tried IQ Feed, and anytime I've ever needed any support, I just email Kinetic and they get back to me really quick. So I've had no issues. See how this did not trigger simplicity. You can argue that both of these may be angled down, but this bar didn't break the low. Here you definitely have both angled down, but this bar didn't break the low. So you would not be in a simplicity trade right now. So on the 30 tick, that just created a SLZ right here. Star 10, ZY, closed up. So we'll see what happens there, if anything happens. Oh, just saw your comment, Joan. Yep, SLZ on NQ on the 30 tick. Good eye. Yeah, you'll have to buy the basic service plus the CBOE. It's like $7.50 or something. Oh, $10. I guess they went up on price. It used to be 69 for the basic, or yeah, 69 for the basic service and 750, and then $5 a month for futures data for all the markets. That's what I have. But I think it went up. It did go up because I noticed my last payment was more. Looks like we are having a bit of a stall. We need this market to move. Still think this thing's going to go short, though. Although it's not giving me much signal. Still not giving me a signal that it's going to go, but... Okay. See if we get a breakout bar now.
Double cluster NQ.
See, now we have a pretty good manageable size stop. If we can get a short here soon. It's getting close to the 50 tick breakout, but not quite. I like the double clusters on the 10 tick if we could stay below them. But it's pushing up. Another pull on the 30 tick on the bottom there. On the current bar. I may have. I was thinking about it. I was waiting to see if this would have had a really nice early entry. If we can get a mini magnet or something here in this bar to close short, some kind of signal, because you can see this choppiness going on. Down, up, down, up, down. So, I mean, if I can get like a mini magnet to lay here to push it short, that may be some kind of signal to say, hey, here we're going to go now. Then I'd feel a lot more confident. But now we have another reset that just happened on simplicity. And I mean, on the 30 tick, we have that a potential exhaustion box or trapped orders. And it did put a paw down here. So struggling to get down there for sure. You can see how the orders down here just dropped off. These got trapped as of now. And right here, 37.25, we had one order. But maybe now if we could flip back short and it give us simplicity, maybe it would line up with the breakout bar better. But then we're heading into lows of the day if that happens. But all I need me is about 5 to 10 points to be happy. And with that news at 9:45, maybe market could not move much until then. So this... No, never mind. One, two, three, four, five. We're on the 6th bar of chop on the 50. We just have chop everywhere. Chop on the 50, chop on simplicity, chop on the 30.
Potential OP rejection on NQ.
Well, not much going on. Not sure I'll get one today. So you got to be careful too when it starts pushing hard like this. Back down to that bottom, because it could be tempting to say, okay, it's going to go. Let me jump in. And put this big bar. And as soon as you get in here, it just start trying to retrace all the way back. So definitely wait for the break. We're hitting those pause now on the 30 tick. I definitely wouldn't take anything until it goes short of those pause. If you look here, though, on the 10 tick, we have this mini magnet that just laid on this wall and flux level. That's usually pretty strong. It's kind of choppy right now, so I'm not sure if that'll hold up. But usually that's a pretty strong little stack, even though it's on the 10 tick. That's where the 30 tick cluster's at too. Just below it. Starting to get a little close to the open. See if something happens here in the next few minutes. See you, Vegas. Have a good one. Yeah, it's definitely struggling at that area a lot. Yeah, we've got those news events at 9:45 and 10 a.m. May not have anything happen. And of course, you don't want to trade the open. You have the dark zone at the open, and then 10 minutes after you have high impact news. Might be a good idea to not even trade until after 10 a.m.
potential TX on NQ.
Yeah, this is looking pretty ugly. I think it's about time for me to shut it down. I don't see anything happening in the next couple minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day and 45. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Trade well, everybody. Take care.